Faith Levine from Graceful Fitness. We're going to do a relatively quick, relatively challenging Pilates-based workout with a small stability ball. I'm using my very well-loved Coregeous ball. There's also the Marathon mini stability balls, as well as other similar products. I like, you'll see, especially one exercise, you're gonna want this pretty soft, pretty deflated here, rather than hard. There's one exercise on hands and knees that's gonna be extremely challenging if your ball is really inflated. So you might wanna just pull the pin and let a little air out if you're very inflated there. You start on your back, start with the ball between your knees. Head down, arms down by the sides. Take 3 hip rolls here. So squeeze the ball. On an exhale, sink your abdominals down, tuck your hips under and roll it up through the spine, pressing down into the soles of the feet, coming into a long diagonal at the top from your shoulders to your knees, and then start from the top of the spine. Soften your breastbone down, roll down through the spine like you're rolling a marble down from your throat all the way down to your pubic bone, and then reverse it. So that marble rolls from the pubic bone with control all the way to the throat, and reverse it again. Warming up the spine, warming up the legs, using the abdominals to help control that articulation. So this is the third one. I'll try to stay honest to my counts. Lifting it up, staying up at the top this time. Completely stabilize through the left leg and let the right leg pulse in and out. For 2, last one, and then the other side, left pulses in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Both thighs pulse in. 5, 4. Hips stay high, ribs stay low. Back to the right, left thigh stabilizes. Don't let it push wide. Other side, 5, 4. Left thigh moving. Both thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last round, last set, just the right. Left leg doesn't move. It's your stabilizer right now. Just the left. 2 and 1. Both. 5, 4. Hips high, ribs low. Last one. Squeeze the ball like you're trying to pop it and roll down through the spine. Let that go. Just give the ball a really good squeeze here and then a little release. 2 more like that. A really good strong squeeze and a little release. And that was your last one. Grab the ball, put the ball underneath your right foot. You're gonna have the hands by the side of the head. Slide the leg long, and as you exhale, push down to the ball, pull it towards you, and peel up into ab prep, drawing your abdominals down flat, hinging at the hip and the knee and the ankle there, and then lengthening the nose and the toes away. Exhale, draw it in. As you do these little crunches, these little ab prep, don't flatten your low back. Don't smash it into the mat. Keep a little bit of space between your low back and the mat. Last one like this. And then keep that ball. I need to adjust a little bit, but put it under the sole of the foot, arms down. You're going to do hip lifts. So instead of articulating through the spine, just squeeze and lift. Lower back down. Squeeze and lift. There will be some wobbling on the right leg. Try to keep pretty even weight between both feet. And the hip bones, the pelvis from right to left is staying level, even though the feet and the knees are offset, one higher than the other. One more like this. Lower it down. Switch the ball underneath your other foot. Stretch the leg long, fingertips to the side of the head. Exhale, peel up, look down towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, drop some pressure of that, the heaviness of the left leg can just drop down into the ball so that the hip flexor doesn't have to work as much as it normally would here in like single leg stretch if you're trying to hold your leg up. Abdominals scoop down flat to the posterior, to the back muscles there. Keep your foot on the ball and lift, press, and lower. A little wobbling is good here. That's the idea. Press up high, ribs low, hips high, ribs low. Last one like this. And then you're going to take the ball, do a little fancy feet action there, lift your hips, and you're going to drop your sacrum down on the ball. So it's not underneath your butt, it's not underneath your low back, it's really across the bones, right underneath your sacrum and the bones of your pelvis there. Arms down by your sides. You know you're in the right spot when you can pull your ribs down and it doesn't feel like the ball is pulling you into a arch or back bend up towards the ceiling, nor is it rolling off of your tush there. So legs up to tabletop, arms by the sides for stability, or for more of a challenge, reach them to the ceiling. Single leg stretch. One leg long and low, draw it back in, and switch. Abdominals drawing towards the back body, ribs feel heavy down towards the mat rather than expanded or an extension up towards the ceiling at all. One more like this. Now one leg high, one leg low. Scissor switch your legs, go slow and with control. And if your arms are up and you want more of a challenge, your arms start to reach overhead so that they feel heavier and they make your upper abs have to work a little bit harder there to resist the extension, to stay down towards the floor. Last two, last one. Both legs in. If your hands are up, you could touch your thighs, push your hands into your thighs and your thighs into your hands, and then double leg stretch here, or just leg stretch. Both hands can be on the floor if you want. The arms up definitely creates a little bit more of a challenge and a fun way to me, but press in and reach out. I'm trying to go a little bit lower with my legs each time. Reach on the high, low, or medium diagonal. Lowest one yet. And then reach your legs up towards the ceiling. Take your fingertips around the far end of the ball. Just drop your toes down towards your face so you get a gravity-fed hamstring stretch. I like to call these stretches gravity-fed rather than, the weight of our torso to stretch the muscles. We just let gravity drop our legs towards our torso. And then put your feet down. Lift your hips, remove the ball. We have one more exercise. So coming up to sitting, and coming over onto hands and knees. The ball is gonna go underneath, your right knee. And here's the one where I said you probably want your ball a little bit soft for this one to be able to manage it. Tuck your right toes under. So I was just moving my other leg out of the way. I tucked my toes under. Strong through the arms and the shoulders. Shoulder blades wrap forward. And then the left leg is going to float. So the hips are level. The knees are at the same height. One's on the ball, one's floating. And you do a little fire hydrant here. Without shifting the hips to the right, little fire hydrant. We're going for 6. So for the last 3, I'm going to see if I can manage to untuck my toes, which makes it so much harder. Keep wrapping my shoulder blades forward. All right, that was 6. Coming down, switching sides. Starting for the first 3 with that little toe tuck, because it does create a helpful element of stability there. Knees are level, right toes are untucked, shoulder blades are wrapped forward. Not that it's easy with the left toes tucked. There's 3. So if you want to untuck for the last 3, I kind of am successful here. Last one. And then with the ball tucked in your belly, just roll it back to a little child's pose and go a bit side to side. If you don't like the ball there, it doesn't have to be there. Just adds a little nice compression to the front of the body. And then you can even take it down to the chest. Forehead onto the hands for a final rest. All right, thank you all. You're done.